welcome to LiberatioNation podcast. We are uniquely designed to empower, educate, and entertain your mind, body, spirit, and soul into living a purposeful life. And so I am Jewelz, founder of LiberatioNation. I am the host here, and we have such a special episode on today. Because guess what? It's going to be me and you, honeys, kings and queens. Yes. One-on-one, intentional. Why? Because I just wanted to engage with you on this Winning Wednesday. It is a marvelous day, a beautiful and blessed day. If you are alive, if you are breathing air into your lungs, if you have sight, if you can hear, if you can touch, if you can feel, if you can move, it's a blessing, right? So that's what we counted on today. And so I just wanted to be able to have this moment, to be able to connect with you so you can get a chance to learn a little bit more about who I am, my brand, my different businesses that I represent, because as that is our mission, is to solely empower you, okay? Self-empowerment, we need that because life be lifing. To educate you. I'm an educator. I'm a researcher. We provide resources for you. And so we want you to know and be aware of what's available to you. We here at LiberatioNation, we affirm our days. And affirmations are just so key because it's all about the power of the tongue. And so if you would please join us, for those who have joined us for our episodes 1 through 5, thank you so much. Manifest. And so that's what we're going to do. We put our fists up and you just repeat after me. I am uniquely and wonderfully made. I am beautiful. I am intelligent. I am confident. I am royalty. I will win victoriously. Ow, yes, clock the T on that. Yes, you are. You are uniquely and wonderfully made. Don't ever let anyone tell you otherwise. You are beautiful, right? And the things that we do, right, that the gifts, the talents that we have inside of us, right? Because beauty starts from within. So you're beautiful. You're intelligent. Okay, don't let nobody trick you. I don't care what kind of specialties, needs, whatever. Okay, we have a source of intelligence that is in our DNA. And you're confident. Even if you are shy at times, I'm pretty sure it's something that you are very bold, that you speak out about, that you don't mind doing and showcasing or what have you. If you are shy, it's okay. But you are confident too. You might be a quiet storm. How about that? And then you are royalty, kings and queens. Yes, we are. We come from a royal priesthood. And we will win victoriously. Because what? It's our Winning Wednesday. Yes. Awesome and amazing. So again, I am Jewelz. I am here representing one of my businesses, our consulting firm, Jewelz Connect, where we are a holistic consulting agency that provides support, advisory, resources for your personal and your professional lifestyle. And so what does that mean? So mind, body, spirit, and soul is the core of everything that Jewelz does. And so when it comes on to your personal life, for instance, with the components, mind, body, spirit, and soul, those are checkpoints that we need to at least every quarter out the year. If not, half the year, if not once a year, annually. Just like with physicals and with your hygiene and with your health, we are to get annual checkups for our bodies and annual dentistry for our dental hygiene. And so these things are important for us to do. And so that goes back to your personal life, being able to take care of you first, right? That's your self-care. You have to take care of yourself. You have to take care of your temples. You have to take care of your minds. Oh my gosh. So much goes on in the mind. Our bodies, just because of maybe genetics or the ways of lifing, different seasons of life that has caused our bodies to become out of whack, overweight, all these kind of health issues that have occurred. Regardless of the circumstance, it still is our responsibility. Our temples are still our responsibility. And then our spirits, of course, to be aligned. You want to be grounded in this world. You don't want to be a lost soul. It's dangerous. It's dangerous out there to be a lost soul. And so to be able to stand for something and not fall for everything or anything is very important to who you are and your character and the reason why you're here while you're maturing in life, right? You're not going to be... You ain't gonna be ratchet all your life. I've been delivered. You can be delivered. No, but we're not gonna be ratchet all our life, right? It comes a time and point where we have to mature, and certain things that we do in our life journey is going to be reflection of us as we mature in life. So we want to make sure that we're spiritually grounded, and that our soul, we're doing what our heart's desires are, what our passions are, what our zeals are, things that we can do in our sleep without even thinking twice, right? These are the things that we've been blessed with to share with others, to give back, right? And so to leave for our legacy. So these are so important with our personal life. How does that apply with our professional life? With your professional life, mind, body, spirit, and soul, you have to be mentally prepared for your businesses, for your brand representation, for you being a mother or father, for you going to work every day, working 10, 12-hour shifts, maybe sometimes even on the weekends. Your mental has to be prepared for that. That's a lot, right? So we have to make sure we're doing the appropriate exercises and incorporating the different methods that's going to nurture your mental health. Okay, it's so important. May is mental health awareness. That's where we're at here now. So that's why we're here now, focusing in on this. And your body, if you're physically not in alignment, in tune, in good health, how can you perform and produce in your careers, in your businesses, in your brands, within your organizations and corporations? How are you to do that? When you are weak, when you're fragile, when you are obese, when you are having all these health issues where you can't even be at work half the time to deliver the services because you're in and out of the hospital. Okay, spirit-wise, the spirit of what you represent. Okay, whether you're corporate or whether you're an entrepreneur, or whatever it is that you are doing in your walk of life, how you live your life. What's the spirit of that? Is that high vibrations? Are we vibrating on high levels at all times? Are we constantly trying to find ways to evolve and expand and bring forth exposure, right? While we're here being productive and being fruitful in this life, spirit-wise, with your professionalism. Soul. What's the soul of your business? What services, what products, what are you providing to your audiences, to your customers, to your clients? If you are an entrepreneur and you're needing assistance with startup business, we are here to help and guide you with your LLCs and getting your business insurances and making sure that you have everything legalized and official so you can operate. We guide you in those ways and manners. We help to give overviews of your business or brand, to see areas of opportunity or improvement, or to see how you can level up. And then we connect you with different resources to be able to help you to do that. We want you to be successful. That's our main goal, is for you to win. Because when you win, we win. And that's the satisfaction that we get out of your win. And so that's why we work very efficiently, and we honor professionalism, and we welcome innovation, and we welcome partnership and collaboration, because it's a 3-method component with Jewelz Connect. It's a 3-method component with Jewelz Connect. There is you, right? Because you're making the decision for whatever adjustments, change, improvements, evolution that you would like within yourself, within your life. There is the professional that's going to offer the guidance, the accountability, the advisory for you to be able to collect your wins. And then there is the assignment or the project, or the element, the goal, if you will, that we are strategically planning, preparing, and executing in order for you to become accomplished. So once you become accomplished, now this is going to motivate you to keep going. It's going to motivate you to want more. It's going to motivate you to want better. It's going to motivate you to want to explore and discover more. So that's living. That's living a quality of life. That is what we push here at Jewelz Connect. Living a quality life. And so what is a quality lifestyle? Time freedom, right? We talked about this before, not having enough time in the day. There's 24 hours of it, but most of it, about 80% of that, is done with working, hustling, trying to get money to be able to provide for our families, households, sustain, and then the other time is spent with whatever obligations, responsibilities that we have. And then there's very little time that we're finding rest, that we're finding self-care moments, that we're finding time to be able to spend with our loved ones. And time is the most valuable gift that we have. It's the most valuable gift that we have. So when it comes on to, I don't know, I just had this thought about suicidal thoughts for some reason, and not wanting to live, or feel like you don't have anything to live for. That is the trick of the enemy, okay? That's the trick of the wicked powers that may be, to disrupt the greatness that your Creator has designed, predestined for you. He doesn't want you to get to that. He don't want you to evolve into the greater and the better, the best version of you. He doesn't want you to help others. He doesn't want you to win. And if you go that way and you win with him, the wicked power that may be, guess what? They can snatch it straight from you. It's going to be a sacrifice that is going to be life-changing for that transfer. And with the divine, all he asks is for you to make a decision, to make a choice, to put him first at all costs, to not put any other gods before him was the request, which seems like a simple request, right? But we put so much more before him, And so we have to be able to find ways where we can be expressive, where we can release, where we can find deliverance, where we can feel safe to surrender. Feel safe to surrender. So it's environments like this where we can come out of ourselves, right, in this moment, and be able to really get in tune with who we are, where we are, and where we want to go. Okay? Because that's what keeps you thriving. That's what keeps you living. Those things keep you in good health and strength so you can be able to live a long life of longevity. Because that's the goal, right? Yeah, you want to be here for as long as you can. You know, you don't have these seeds, and you don't have all of these different persons or that you're partnered with, that you've come in contact with on this life journey for no reason. Okay, we get caught up in living and surviving that we don't even pay attention to the divine and the reason why we come across certain people on a daily basis, or why we are connected or from this particular bloodline, regardless of how wreck up and mush up the bloodline may seem, or how rich it may be. You know, understanding the importance of that and your being, and why are you the way you are? Why do you do the things that you do? Why do you think the way that you think? Right? A lot of those things we don't even think about when we, are going through life. But this is the part of the unveiling. This is the part of the peeling off of the old version of you, the old stuff, getting rid of the baggage, right? Cutting off the leeches and the snakes and all of that, and really getting a chance to do you. Why? Because you only have one life to live. YOLO. Say it all the time. You only have one life to live. So live it to the fullest. Not full of drama, not full of confusion, not full of negativity, not full of wickedness. There's so much lost energy. Lost energy that's shooting you, racing you to your grave. It is racing you to your grave. Because the more you harbor all of this negativity and this badness, and the more you harbor in all this negativity and this badness and this wicked lifestyle that you have incorporated and tapped into, you're wondering why life is the way it is, and why you feel this way, and why you feel like you're in a bubble, and you feel like you're in a weird space, and all of this stuff is going on because it's you're not mentally aligned. When you're mentally aligned, you're fearless. It shouldn't matter. You shouldn't have doubt or be fearful about anything if you are in alignment. Because you're on the right track, you're on the right path, and you're in the right lane. So you only can go. You only can go with forward movements. So that's what we want to do with living a purpose-driven life, right? We want to be able to be in touch with who we are, where we are, for the most part, at all times. Time can throw us out of whack. Situations, circumstances can throw us off, right? We can be drifting, right? Especially when it's a target on you, When it's a target on you, you might have to drift a little bit, so the shots don't come for you. But when you drift, guess what? When you drift, what happens? You come back into alignment. And when you stay in alignment, you're protected, you're covered, you're graced, you're favored. You're operating in the time that you've been called to. So y'all already know we've been talking about purpose. We've been talking about identity. We've been talking about manifesting. We've been talking about being intentional. These things, right? Being strategic. All these things is what causes you to level up, to evolve into the full king, and the full queen, empress and emperor, okay, status is where we are heading. And so listen, with all I say, honey, I hope you got your drinks out. We about to pour it up and we about to get into it, okay? Go ahead. I hope you hear what you got. What you got? You know what you got over there? Let me see. Huh? Type it in what y'all got over there in your glass. You about to pour up. But yeah, let me just talk about this Black Girl Magic real quick, and then I'm gonna come back to all of my spills. But we're about to get into amazing. Yeah. That's yeah. All right. So while we're here, just in case, hopefully you can stay for the whole thing. We're not gonna be here for long. But glasses up, we're gonna go ahead and start it off with a cheers, and we'll finish it off with a cheers as we seal the deal at the end of this, because again, where 2 or 3 are gathered, you know, our creator is in the midst, right? And so with that being said, we're here to fellowship with one another. You hear the music in the background. We about to turn it up in a minute, but this is to manifestation. This is to all of your heart's desires. This is to the king and the queen that you are becoming. This is to more life, more blessings, more love. Okay? Yeah, we got some more things to toast to here in a little bit, but cheers. Thank you so much for being here with Liberation Nation. The host, Crystal Jewelz. All right, drink up for a minute, and we'll be right back. Act it out. You have to apply it. You have to execute it. That's the only way that manifestation is happening. So when we speak of manifesting, we're not talking about just what we want. I'm manifesting what I want. I'm manifesting the life that I want to live. I'm manifesting how much money I want to make. I'm manifesting what my husband should look like. That's great. That's more visionary, foresight, seeing. Manifesting happens now. Like this here podcast, I am manifesting now. Something I talked about, never thought that I would do it. Some years ago when I started back in 2019 with season 1, never imagined myself to be a podcast host, right? Received the invitation because I love to talk to people. I love, this is what I do, advisory, consulting. I love the betterment of others. It brings me joy. So to be able to share that and share these moments with you over the airways and through video and audio, I mean, what better way to be able to share knowledge and to be able to share God's love and to be able to share opportunities, not just for me and my platform, but for you and what you have going on in your life and your organizations, because together we win. That's what we believe here at Liberation Nation. So when we speak of manifesting now, this is making it happen regardless of what it seems like. You have to make it happen. Just do it. Nike, that's the slogan for the year. Just do it. Get out there and do it. Get out there and do it. Get up and do it. Get off and do it. Just do it. Once you do it, this opens up a whole door of opportunities. This opens up a whole level of confidence for you. This opens up a whole level of exposure where now you can get more connections in regards to the things that you need and want within your life. So that's what we're doing right now. Okay, we are manifesting now. And so we're about to dive in and start with our painting here in just one moment. So what I want you to do, we're going to go into, again, I wanted to bring you in, kind of give you a brief preview. For those of my clients that's tuned in already, you kind of know how we do here at Jewelz Connect with our innovation manifest sessions. We have a narrative that we that I recite for you to get into mental alignment. We're going to use our colors and our paints and our blank canvas. The reason why I requested for a blank canvas. Some canvas parties I went to has already been pre-sketched and all that kind of stuff. That's great. That's the theme for that, right? Here, blank canvas. Why? Because it's a new beginning for you. It's a new day. We have come to the second half of the year already. Okay. It is about to be June 2025. 6 months have almost already went by. So when we think about what's transpired that quickly over those 6 months, where are you? Where are you with your goals? Where are you with your visions? Where are you with the things that you had set us out to accomplish? Where are you with your finances? Where are you with your credit? Where are you in your love life? Where are you physically with your body? What are your plans for the next 6 months? Because that's going to go by super fast as well. And so this is when we take a moment to inhale. Don't leave me hanging. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. One last time. Inhale. And exhale. So much has already transpired, right? That we might not have had a chance to even do that. Just to stop for a moment, to inhale and exhale. So with that being said, we are about to set our minds accordingly. We are about to get into alignment with this moment in time. We are about to set our conscious free. Join me. With that being said, we just took our breaths because we need to do that on a daily, okay? That's a part of renewing ourselves, renewing our minds, letting our brains obtain oxygen, new air, so that we're able to think clearer, we're able to see clearer, our visions are more clear, vivid. And so, with that being said, if you don't mind, I know we're about to get to it in a minute, but just spare me this moment. I promise you. It's going to shift some things for you, okay? All right, so I would like for you to close your eyes where you are. I hope you're in a still place, because if you have your canvas and you're ready to paint and things like that with us, that's where you are. If you are not, and you don't have your canvas and your painting, and you got to come back later to rewatch this so you can share this moment with us as well, just find a space, a time and moment where you can just kind of zone in, right? Tune in to this very moment. Tune in to the sound of my voice. Tune in to the word, your innermost being. Try your best to silence the noise in your mind, your thoughts, and just follow my voice. Allow my voice to carry you to a place where you can release, where you can feel free to be you, flow as you, become who God has created you to be. And so with that, we have to remove ourselves from this flesh and launch ourselves as our spiritual beings. As our spiritual beings, we are free spirits. And as free spirits, we have free way, free will, freedom in our beings, within our bodies, within our limbs. As we are one with self, we are aware of who we are. You are aware of who you are. You already have a name that has been chosen for you to identify you. As you begin to breathe in and breathe out, begin to release yourself of thyself. Release who you are. Release your name. Come to a place of consciousness outside of subconsciousness, into a realm of just being. No obligations, no responsibilities, no cares of this world. Only you as self. Stripping away the old, unveiling, unscaling. Now you're bare, you're naked within yourself. In your nakedness, in your own being, you are. You are present in this moment. You have fulfilled your past, and your present propels your future. In this oneness of you as a being, as spirit, this is your opportunity to free yourself. Free yourself, your mind, your body, your spirit, your soul. So now let's see what I want to do. I think I want to use a different size brush and maybe do a different stroke. Now you could I'm just going free because I don't know, I just felt like doing that. If you are an artist, sometimes you already have premeditated visions. So if you have a premeditated vision specifically of something that you want to paint in regards to becoming within the next 12 months, please feel free. Feel free to do so. This is going to be a visualization that you can be able to take a look at. Remember this moment. Remember what it means to you. And when life starts lifing, or you need some mental clarity, or some creative energy, you can take a look back at this and hopefully it will inspire you. So that's the ultimate goal for this activity. We want this to be an inspiration for you whenever you think about whatever it is that you have committed to becoming. Because you always want to work towards bettering yourself. That if you don't have any other life goal, it should be to at least better yourself. You're your own competition, right? It should be. You shouldn't be worried about everybody else. You are your only competition. So that if you're your only competition, then your concern, your attention, your focus should be on how you can better yourself. The more you collect your wins, the more you succeed, you keep going. You just don't stop there, because this is a big old world with so many things, so many experiences, so many people, so many places to discover, to explore. I mean, if you just start out with the exploration of your bloodline by itself, that should take you for the rest of your lifetime. If you went back and visited the certain areas that your family came from, rooted from, like generational, and study the lifestyle that they had, that they lived, learn about the different attributes and accolades that are in your bloodline, that's exciting. That's worth living for. Because why would you be graced and blessed with this gift of life all this time here and not learn anything about your heritage or your life? It's very sad for people to live and die and not know anything past their first generation of family. Yeah. Let that sink in for a minute. Matter of fact, let me sip to that. And cheers. You hear that? 5 more minutes before we wrap up this portion. Feel free, if you do not get a chance to finish your canvas painting, okay, when this is over, you can continue until you do. All right. And again, this is layers. So if you come back, leave it and come back later on and finish it up how you have visualized it, feel free to do that as well. Go pick you up a few more of the canvases. And when you feeling, like life is just getting a bit too much, or you're mentally exhausted, or your brain needs a creative break, or you need to reignite some innovation for whatever it is that you do, especially as creatives, you'll have this on deck and you can be able to do this. And it's a lot of fun with, other people too. Like you can get a group of people and have a manifest party, okay, and get you a theme going, honey, and getting those vibes going. So feel free to take full advantage of this creative opportunity. I don't know, I'm feeling like strokes today. That's a bad. No, with the paintbrush, I'm like doing strokes for some reason. I don't know what that means. Usually we find meaning at the end of this, and so I'm looking forward to that, to see. But see what else do I see here. You coming along good? Are you almost done? We got 5 more minutes. And please, after we get done here, everybody, please, if you could share your canvas artwork to our DM at LiberatioNation _WWW19 or Jewelz, Crystal Jewelz on Facebook. That's fine too. Just share it, please. Don't just do this activity with us and watch us and stuff and not share, because we want to see, we want to touch and agree. We want to visualize with you. We want to hear what the outcome of your vision was. Someone else would like to share that opportunity, that moment with you as well. Because you're not alone, right? So it's always somebody else out there that's sharing the same opportunity, going through the same experience, or have gone through the same experience, or, completely can identify with wherever you are in your becoming. So that's why we do this, and we want you to engage with us so that we can know that, you're enjoying this. It's good for you. It's working. Let you know again that you're not alone. And when it's more involved, it's more powerful. So we can really, really be manifesting the things that we are desiring. So you're able to see what now, based on what your colors you come up with, right? With the colors that I just put up there, what were some of those? Maybe you can share your top 3 colors in the comments that you used and what they meant. Because that's what this is. That's going to be the impact of this here. The colors, the reasoning for the colors that I just placed on the screen, and what you've actually come up with here is going to signify your becoming. Ha! Got me? Yes. So you can constantly be reminded. You can be constantly encouraged. You can be constantly in sight, in vision of who you are, what you are, and you're becoming. So this is mine. Okay, yes, we see a lot of colors here, right? We see yellow, we see orange, we see purple, we see blue, we see green, there's a little brown in there. Very abstract, right? This is more like an abstract painting here. You can look at it this way. Maybe you can see something in there. What can you see? I see an arrow like up. You see this arrow? Like elevation or high vibrations. This all looks like some type of vibration with all those colors beaming there. So vibrating high. High vibrations is what it looks like for my becoming. What if I turn it this way? What do you see? What about this way? Totally different piece of artwork, right? Yes. So I would love to see what yours looks like. Oh, I'm excited. I like it. Mine has layers too. I don't know if I can get it up close, but you see it? It has like, yeah. Okay, yes. And so we see, let me see what my becoming is for these next 12 months are based upon our color grid, okay? So based upon the color grid, so we saw red. We see red signifies power, strength, and romantic attraction. Ooh, we know red for love, right? Anyway, hey, I'll receive it. I see a lot of yellow, quick thinking, caution, and deception. Oh, we got to be on the lookout for deception, and then we have to make sure that we're not just deceiving either. Too, we got to check ourselves. So, but yeah, so that's good in regards to the becoming, quick thinking. Okay, caution, be cautious. I got that part. Let's see, green is balanced emotions, good health, and wealth. Yes, it's a lot of green in here too. It's a lot of greenery. We see blue, loyalty, peace, and honesty. Absolutely. Look, I'm wearing it. Blue is also the color of spirit as well. And so yes, loyal, loyal, and we loyal around here. We can't help it. It's in our DNA. Peace, 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 peace. That's all we ever want to bring to a situation. If it becomes a thing where I feel like I'm being too much for somebody or whatever the case might be, I'm out. Because that's not what I'm there for. I'm here to bring peace. I'm here to bring support. I'm here to uplift, not to digress or be a burden or anything of that nature. Absolutely not. That's not what we're here for. Then we have, so I see an indigo. I had a violet. I don't see violet, but I think that will maybe be closest to the indigo that I see here. And that signifies intuition, wisdom, and deep spiritual awareness. Ooh, yes. I like that violet, huh? Let me put some more in there while I'm talking to y'all, because I like the meaning, honey, and I want to become it. So we're going to put just a few more down and that. Yeah. That's it. All right, then we have, did some of y'all share some of the same ones that I have? Good, because we here, all right, we becoming, we seeing how this is all coming together. Okay, let me see what other dominant colors do I see. It's so funny because when I turn it here, right, you see a lot of orange, but when you actually look at it, it's like the orange is like an underlay. So it's real cool because it's like in the background of some of the strokes, the orange is shining through. Orange represent extrovert, adventure, and creativity. Orange also signifies happiness. That's why it's one of my favorite colors. Well, it is my absolute favorite color, actually, orange, because it makes me happy. But yeah, extrovert, I'm both. I'm an extrovert and an introvert because I don't mind being, include like just internalize it. I do that a lot too. So it's a balance there. Adventure, of course. Anybody know me? I'm full of adventure, full of excitement, and I want to keep it that way. Okay. And creativity is just like my middle name. First, middle, last. It's just all in my DNA. I can't even help it. Genetics, generational, like it's just there, and I love it. And then we have whatever other color. Brown. I have some brown in there. I think I'll put some more of that because of the meaning of it. And this is called being intentional. See, while we manifesting, right? Now that we know the colors, we're being intentional. So being intentional here with brown means stability, wisdom, and protection. Yes, we need a lot of that. We definitely do. Stability, wisdom, and protection. Let me put this up here at the top or something, like just a little song. And while I'm reading them off, if it's something that you need to add on to your becoming because of your new realization. You feel me? Hey, let's get it. I put that at the top. Yeah. We need that. All that. We need all that. All right. Yeah. So I think that's pretty much, what we have covered here. Of course, as I showed before, wherever your colors fall, that's what your becoming will be or look like within these next 12 months. So these are things that we can continuously work towards. This is the self-work, okay? The guide to your self-work for the next 12 months. These are great reminders of who and where you are right now in this season of life. Who knows, if we do this exercise again in the future, there may be some different colors on the board, right? Yeah, because we're always evolving. That's what we want to continue to do. And so with that being said, I hope that you enjoyed this exercise, this visualization session. Cheers, cheers, cheers to manifestation. Why? Because it's happening now, okay? So what does that look like? It looks like get yourself together. Get your hair done, do it, comb it, brush it. Make sure your hygiene is good and up to par. You smelling good, you looking good, you feel me? Make sure you dressing well. It don't matter. You represent you. You represent your becoming. Now you have something to represent. Before, you might have been a little confused or in the dark, for a moment or what have you, or maybe you forgot who you were or lost yourself and whatever it is. But now we have identified your becoming. So it's now time to get with it, to look like it, to act like it. It's a new day. You're in a new beginning. We took new breaths together. Okay? We came out of our own old version of us, of our old self, and stepped into this new version of becoming. So it doesn't matter whatever level of life you're on, status that you're at, it doesn't matter. You're always looking to evolve yourself. So that's why this exercise is so important. It's so prominent to your level up, to raising your vibrations, to really grasping your purpose, your calling, your identity. This brings respect. This brings trust. This brings blessings. This brings favor. This brings grace, because you have to grace yourself through the process. And this brings forth new opportunities and new doors that you have created now, that you now can walk through and flourish in and continue to create doors and walk through them, not only for yourself, but for our future generations to come, for your legacy. That's why it's important. So cheers to you for participating here with Liberation Nation. Let me take a little sip for you. We are so glad that you were able to join us. I know today we did a full show. I think we probably did a full hour on today, but I hope that you enjoyed it in a major way. Again, this is to manifestation. I believe in wins, wins, wins. Our losses, we only learn from those, right? Learning experiences. That's what the L is for. Okay. But the wins is what we're going for. So keep on up with forward movements. So proud of you for completing this task. Congratulations to your new becoming of you and everything that God has ordained for your life. And so thank you for joining us here at Liberation Nation. I am your host, Jewelz, representing Jewelz Connect. You definitely can follow us on all social media, Jewelz Connect. That's Jewelz with a Z, Connect. We've been established since 2015, servicing over 150 clients. And we love one-on-one. We love being personable. We adore the fact that we can be virtual now because we can reach more of the masses. And so if you are looking for some support, some guidance, some accountability in regards to your personal or your professional lifestyle, please get in contact with me. Let's go ahead and do a free consultation to see where and what our goals and objectives are and how we plan to move forward to the wins. Because what? Together we win. Thank you very much. Bless up. Have a great and progressive rest of the week. Have a safe weekend. And until next Wednesday, stay manifesting. Okay? You got this. Why? Because God's got you. So keep going. Just do it. Nike. And we out.